Hi everybody. We'll be starting today's lesson, which is based on this question here, Yakima traders. Please do write down the question or take a screenshot for further purposes. This is for when you need to study or when you need to revise. I'll just show you this part and then just take a quick screenshot. I think this is better. Then the second part as well. And the last part. So in this question, we are required to prepare the cash receipt journal, cash payment journal, debtors journal, creditors journal, and debtors allowance journal. And please go back on the short the questions, because I'll be using a different device to go through the questions as we do the exercise. So to our answer sheet now. So it starts off like this. Yakima Trader sells clothing to the public. A constant gross profit percentage of 40% on cost price is maintained. So we now know for a fact that our gross profit is 40%. Sorry for that. So it is 40% on cost price. Okay. So this is what we know for a fact. It's 40% on cost price. So now let's continue reading. The following we have to ignore that. So now going to number 1 or day 1, it says the first transaction says M. Matilda, the owner of Yakima Traders, transferred 150,000 of his own funds to the entity's bank account. So these are funds that we received. See, so they're going to go to our cash receipt journal because it's going straight to our bank account. So our data is the first. There's no document number for this transaction, so we just leave that empty. And then it's M. Matilda. Then our bank, we got 150,000. And then also in our sundry account, we got 150,000. Our details will be capital. As we move on in this exercise, you'll notice that these amounts here, the totals will change. The reason being, these totals will change due to the fact that all these cells here, whatever values we add in these cells or these cells, will add up to this value here. And then always make sure that all these values here, all your totals here, should add up to this total here, your bank total, or in terms of your debtors journal, it will be your debtors account. See, but then okay, let's move on. I'll show you as we move. So the next one, the next transaction says we purchased trading inventory from Estrella Enterprises on credit, 65,943, received invoice EE295. So we purchased on credit. This will go straight to our CJ, our creditors journal. So we're going to start off with the doc number. We do have the doc number, which is EE295, and then it is our date is the first. I cancel the first, and then it says Estrella Enterprises. Just gonna do this, and then we purchased these goods for 65,943. So it's inventories. So 65,943, 65,943. There we go. We've completed the the first day. So now moving on to the fourth day of the month, we issued credit invoice 364 to D Double of 31,619. The balance on D Double's account was 15,689. So this basically means that we sold goods to D Double. So this will go to our debtors journal, and our document number in this case is, we have one, is 364 D double, and in the amount was 31,619. But then now we need to calculate our cost of sales. So in order to do this, we want to create a new sheet. So here will be our calculations. Now just do this, and then I'll shape here with the color blue. So these are our dates. So we're going to start off with the first day, which is the 4th, the transaction that we're on. We're going to say 31,619 multiplied by what I want. So I'm looking for 100%, which is our cost price. This is an open bracket because it's basically a fraction. Divide by what I have. So I have 140. Bear in mind that our profit is 40%, our cost price is 100, and our selling price is 140. So basically our selling price is our cost price plus our profit. This always bear in mind. So it will be equals to 1,000 multiplied by what I want divided by what I have. So now bear in mind, you can calculate equations via Excel. It's very simple. Immediately when you press equals to and then you select the cell that you want, it's automatically added to the equation. So in the C2 basically represents whatever value is in this block here. So our cost price is 22,585. So cost price is 22,585. There we go. Then we're done with day 4. Our next transaction is we paid monthly rent 28,880 via electronic transfer. Reference T0401 to EI or AL Bully. So our rent is gonna go to our CPJ because it's a cash payment. And our document number for this one is T0401, day number 5. Document is L Bully or EI Bully, not sure. And then our bank here is going to be 28,880. Then you want to go to our sundries account and say 28,880. Then here it's rent or rent paid. If you want to be more specific and clear, you can say rent paid, or you can just say rent. Okay, then now we're done with day 5. We're going to move on to day 6. On day 6, we received a payment from D Double of 50% of the balance on his account. Issued receipt number REC 567. So here it's day 6. So now he paid 50% of his account, but if you go back to day number 4, It says that the balance on D Double's account is 15,689. So the amount that D Double will be paying is the balance plus the purchase on the 4th. Yeah. They will give him the balance to date, and you'll get 50%, which is the amount that he will be paying. So to show you guys, it will be the balance of 15,689, which is derived from day 4 if you continue reading the statement, plus the purchase, which is 31,619. So for that, 31,619 equals to, so I'm just going to say equals to, as I told you, I'm going to select the cell, click the plus button, and then select the cell, which gives me the total of the two. But then now we're looking for 50%, so you can either say 50% or 0.5. It's still the same, but I prefer my percentages. And then here we go. So here the equation will be 47,308 multiplied by 50%. Then our amount is 23,654. So this 23,654 is what we received from D Double. So you remember he's paying his account. So this will be in the cash receipt journal. And our document number for this is REC 567, day number 6, not 5, sorry, 6, D Double. Then our analysis of receipt is going to be amount 23654, 23,654. Our bank 23,654. And our debtors 23,654. There we go. So that's how our table looks like so far. We're getting this slowly. And then the second transaction we had on the 6th is we received an invoice from Alpha Enterprises for stationery 5,458. The invoice was paid by electronic transfer, reference T0402. So basically we bought stationery for cash. So this is going to be a cash payment journal. Then here's our doc number T0402. It's given. Our date will be the 6th. Our details are Alpha Enterprises. And then in our bank, the money that went out of our bank is 5,458. And then we purchased stationery. So we're going to go to Sandra's account, 5,458 stationery. So this is how our tables look so far. We're getting somewhere. So now moving on to the next question, day number 7. We had a cash sales of 25,949. Receipt number REC 568 was issued and the amount was banked on the same day. So now this is a cash sales, which is going to go to our cash receipt journal. If it was a credit sale, it would go to our debtors journal, just like day number 4. That was a credit sale. So this is a cash sales. It's money that went straight into our bank. So continuing with the transaction, we're going to start off with our document number with REC 568, and this is day number 7. Our details are cash sales, yeah. Then in our analysis, it's our 25,949. In our bank, we got 25,949. Our sales is 25,949. Then our cost of sales, which we need to calculate, guys. We want to go here. It's day number 7. So we're going to say 25,000 949 multiplied by what I want, which is 100, divide by what I have, which is 140, and then this is equals to the 25,949 multiplied by 100 divided by 140. That gives us our cost price as 18,535. So our cost price is 18,535. So as I told you guys, these amounts will keep on adding and adding and adding unless maybe I add a negative amount here. See what it does? It's going to subtract the amount. But other than that, it's just going to keep adding and adding all these amounts here. It's going to give you the total sum of each and every column as you go on when using Excel. So as we move on to the next day, we're going to day 11. We purchased a new desk for the office on credit from Amber Manufacturers as well as consumables, 500. Received invoice A954 for 5,149. So we purchased this on credit, guys. So purchasing this on credit, we just go to our CJ because it's a credit purchase, and then our document number here is going to be A954, and this is day 11. Then our details is Amber Manufacturers. Yeah, just wrap the text. So our creditors is 5,149. This is the total amount that we paid. But if you read along, it says we purchased the desk on credit from Amber Manufacturers as well as consumables of 500. This basically means that in this 5,149 we have consumables worth 500 rand. So basically our consumables are 500 rand. And as I said, guys, all these amounts here, all your totals should always add up to your creditors. Or if there's, in case of a debtors journal, there's not really much. It should add up to your debtors allowance should be equals to your debtors, and then in your debtors journal, your sales should be equals to your debtors. Obviously, you can't say cost of sales plus sales equals to debtors, but your sales must be equals to your debtors, and so on. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna find the difference between the two. So the difference between the two is the 5,149 minus, sorry for that, guys, minus 500. So the difference is 4,649. And then our details here will be equipment. Because an office desk is considered as equipment. But as you can see, if you add these two numbers, they add up to the 5,149. Now moving on to the next day, which is day 12. Our first transaction for the day says we received proof of 12,987 deposited in Yakima Traders Bank account by debtor F. Adria. Receipt number 569. So this is a debtor trying to settle their account. So this deposit money, it was deposited into our bank account, meaning that we got cash. So it's going to go to our cash receipt journal. Then in order to do the transaction, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our doc number, which is REC 569. And then our details here will be F. Adria. Look at where I wrote the details. Then there should be day number 12. Then our analysis of receipt, it's 12,987. In our bank we got 12,987, and this is a debtor, 12,987. So now when we move on to the next transaction for the next day, it reads as follows: received damaged goods with a sales value of 4,739, returned by D. Doddle and issued credit note CN56. So this basically means that D. Doddle returned goods to us. So when he returns goods to us, we record it in the debtors allowance journal. If we return goods to our creditors, it will be recorded as creditors allowance journal, CAJ. So here what we're gonna say is our doc number is CN56, and our day is still day 12, and it's D double, and our debtors D double. He returned goods worth 4,739. Our debtors is 4,739. So now to calculate our cost of sales, okay. So here I'm just gonna say day 12, so each way which day it is. I'm gonna say 4,739 multiplied by what I want, 100, divide by what I have, 140, which is equals to the 4,739 multiply by open bracket 100 divide by 140, the 3,385. So that's our cost of sales, 3,385. So that's our cost of sales. Then now we want to move on to the next day, which is on the 19th. So on the 19th, it reads as follows: the telephone accounts of the owner 548 and Yakima Traders 2,956 were paid to Telco via electronic transfer, reference 20403. So with this one, we're going to go to our cash payment journals, and our document number is T040403, and this is day 19. So our details is Telco, okay, Telco, and then we paid a total amount of 548 plus 2956. So if you add the two numbers together, we get 3,504. Then we go to our sundries, which is 3,504, and then our details here is telephone. In the next one that we have, it's on day 20. We sold goods on credit to F. Foster, 12,110, issued credit invoice 365. So we sold goods on credit. This goes along to our debtors journal. So with our debtors journal, so it's going to be where is it here? 365. That's our doc number. So I lost the question for a bit. Then it's day number 20, and our details is F. Foster. So our debtor owes us 12,110. We made a sales of 12,110. Okay, then we're gonna calculate our cost of sales. So it's day 20, which is 12,110 multiplied by what I want, divide by what I have, which is equals to 12,110 multiplied by 100 divide by 140. That is 8650. That's our cost of sales, 8,000. 650. There we go. Then as we move on to the next question, which is day 21, we said, okay, settle the count of Estrella Enterprises in full, reference T0404. So we paid whatever we owe to Estrella Enterprises. Yeah. So no discount was allowed, and the balance on this account at the beginning of the month was 4,057. So now we're looking for the balance that we should currently have. So this is 21, and our opening balance is 4057 plus. So now we want to look for any transaction that we had with this Estrella Enterprises. So we're going to go to our creditors journal. So with this Estrella Enterprises, we made a purchase of 65,943. So it's going to be 65,943, and that's the only transaction that we made with them. See, we didn't pay them before. Make sure. See, we didn't pay them before, but then we did buy goods on credit. Here it is on the first day. So when we move on, all we want to say is add the balance and our purchases for the year, which gives us a balance of 70,000 that we owe them. So we paid them in full. All we want to say is add the details here. Our doc number is T0404, day number 21, and it's Estrella Enterprise at 70,000. Just want to show you guys the headings. 70,000. There we go. So when we move on to the next day, guys, this is the next day. So the next day, we deal with the 22nd. We paid salaries worth 59,850 by electronic transfer to Yakima Traders, and then employees reference, Yakima Traders employees reference T0405. Before we move on to that one, I want to quickly show you guys something. If we had a discount, let's assume they gave us in day 21 year, we were given a discount of 5,000 rand. 10%, which is 7,000 rand. But we were gonna do that in our creditors. We were gonna say it's 63,000. But then in our sundries account, you're gonna make the 7,000, which is a 10% discount, and say discount received, because we received it. But this would only be if we had a discount, but because we did not have a discount, we're paying the full amount. Okay, now back to day 22. So with day 22, we're going to start off with our doc number, and our date is the 22nd, and our details here will be cash, because we're paying cash. So our employees, and then the amount is 59,850. Salaries 59,850. There we go. Then as we move on to day 29, so we have day double. Settle this account in full. The amount was deposited directly in Yakima's bank account. Issued receipt number REC 570. So here we've got this is our cash receipt journal, guys. Let me make sure you see that. REC 570 as our document number, and this is day 29. Our details are the double. Now he paid his accountants in full. So guys, if you remember that this is day 29. On the thingy, I think it was on the 6th, he paid 50% of his account. So this is his remaining, but this was his remaining balance, which is 50%. So now we have to add or subtract any amount that he may have done. So what you're going to do is you're going to look for any transaction that happened after the 6th of the month. But that includes the double. So the only transaction that happened was him returning goods here on the 12th for 4,739. So we're going to subtract this, the money, value of the money. So we're going to say 4,739. And then to get the balance of what he currently owes us, we're just going to say this one, the 23,654 plus the negative 4,739. That gives us the balance. He currently owes us 18,950. So this is how much he's paying us now. So it's going to be 18,915, 18,915 in our bank. Then our debtors, it's going to be 18,915. Then now the loss, the following transactions appear on the bank statement. Credit interest 269. Okay, so this one we've got bank charges. So our bank charges are as follows. It's going to be, there's no document number, sorry. So we're going to start off with the date, which is the 30th, and then we'll say bank, we'll just say cash, because it's the type of account. Then you want to say equals to the 269 plus 85 plus 6781. Then it's this amount here, and then our details here will be bank charges. Bank charges. So this should be how your tables look like. Your CRJ, which consists of transactions from 31, 6, 7, 12, and 29. Then you've got your CPJ. Then you've got your DJ. And then you've got your CJ. And lastly, your DAJ. So this is how your thing has to look. And you're good to go. It's not really that